Alright, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, and it is Ninja Day. Let's get our last piece of armor, Ninja Chainmail, get our Koga Garb Comfort, and we're getting Kakatsu. Ooh, allows the execution of a single ninjutsu without consuming a modular charm. Increase damage for the next ninjutsu action by 30%. That's nice. Recast time module is not affected by execution of this action. Duration 15 seconds. So you got 15 seconds to do your ninjutsu. After much soul searching, Ogro has reached a resolution. Alright, let's accept. Tickman, return please. Feared I might miss chance to bid you a proper farewell. Yes, we will be taking our leave from your realm. My mission is complete, and to Spain's wounds have all but healed. Tradition dictates that we return to our elders to deliver tidings of our success. For Beak's last words, I will not lie. At first, they weighed heavily on my mind. But in the end, I am a shinobi. I came to stand to perform a role, not out of curiosity or spite. Mayhap Master Iki still lives, mayhap not. It is no longer my concern. Grouchy was dead, and his passing. It's time to close the curtain on this chapter of our lives. Got a shoulder dragon? I want a shoulder dragon. Before I leave, I would ask one favor. There's a place I would visit before we depart your realm. I would go alone to gather my thoughts. Would you pray look after Faye while I'm away? Her condition has much improved, but I would not take any chance. Thank you. Okay. Alright, master and student. Talk to me, Tisbane. How is your injuries? Your concern is most touching, but I am quite fine, Tigman. In fact, you would see the injuries I suffered were not nearly as grave as they appeared on first sight. It would appear that Ratsu meant more to fan the flames of Obro's ire than to cause true harm. Speaking of Obro, have you seen him about? Not like him to disappear in the midst of our preparation for departure. Alone with his thoughts, you say? Where do you suppose he might have gone? Fool Fall. That's where I think of it. The place where the two of you practice. Yes, he always had a fondness for waterfalls. Yes, that it is, but must be. Pickman Obro not himself of late. Perhaps I worry overmuch, but I could never give myself if something ill were to befall him. You will go look after him for me, will you? I seek not to change his heart. His heart is truly made up. I wish only to know who feel it, that I might support him in whatever humble way I can. Very well, I'll let him know. Get on to Camp Bronze Lake. Let's go see if he's there. See if I picked the right spot. Spot where we once trained a long time ago. And let's fly over this lake. Yeah, look at that city. Amazing what some programmers can do. This is an old MMO too. It took them a long time to get this far up. Got the dragon bones here. And here's the falls. There we go. Hey, Obora. What are you doing here, Tignan? I took you for a man of your word. Zane sent you, didn't you? Looks like I was a fool for thinking I could fool too, who knows me so well. Ever since that day, it is the only place in the world I can find a moment of surprise from the turmoil that rages within me. And yet, the instant sound of the crashing water fades from earshot, it all comes flooding back. You have proven yourself a true friend to us, and a worthy noble in your own right. Answer is for me, not for what or for whom do you wield your blade? I voted for those around. Protect the innocent. Yes, I knew you were a man after my own heart. Okay? Standing here just now, that is the answer that I arrived at as well. I speak in earnest to you, man. Our battle with Retsu, his dying words, it left me a changed man, and I can no longer deny what I have become. So many years I questioned nothing. Tradition, custom, a mission. I was a shinobi, blade, and a blade is not thin. I shut off the doubts, the emotion, let the written rise to the surface. Told myself it was true presence of mind. I lied to myself no longer in confronting Karatsu. I confronted myself, looking upon Tuscany, laying battered and beaten like my countrymen so many years ago. I felt a single, all-consuming desire to visit retribution upon those who wronged us, and to do so by my own hand. I have made my decision. I shall go and face the truth, for it is only in doing so that my heart will ever know the deeds. I will go alone, and I will hear no more of it. You and Spain have sacrificed and suffered more than enough. The battle that awaits, mine and mine alone. Uh-oh, what battle? It is Master Gekai I find at the end of my journey, will be. One or both of us will die. Matters not. Either way, my mind will be at rest. You have been a true friend and ally to me. Farewell. Don't be suicidal. I'm going to go tell who's paying. Oh, Obara. He's here. Let me catch her up. Talk to Spain here. Give her the rundown of what just happened. Forgive me, Tickman. It was as if my legs moved of their own accord. It is just as I imagined. Obara means Front Master Pickaxe, even if it costs him his life. He has made his decision, and I will not stand in his way, and neither will he stand in the way of mine. Wheresoever Obara fights, I will fight beside him. It's not too much to ask. Pray lend your strength to us this one final time. Good man. You have proven yourself a true shinobi, your blade unfailing, by tradition or adventure. May just be what turns the tide of battle in our faith. Elro did not say where he was headed, but we already know, don't we? With this last word, Daniel keep quiet. Let us see what the guards there might tell us. All right, Mulberry Docks. See what they tell us. But we'll know, so we just jumping around all over the place. Candle keep quiet. Oh. All right, that's this little place right there. I haven't done much here. Zemara, what's the lowdown? Any unusual happenings of late? Not as such, save for a small private vessel scheduled to dock tomorrow, crack of dawn. Other than that, it's all pretty quiet around these parts, as it's wont. Funny thing though, you're not the first one asking that question. A milkmaid really formerly wanted that, and about 9 minutes ago asking the very same question. Oh, that's Tubani in her outfit. Give her the rundown. Is that so? The milkmaid is one of Ugro's favorite costumes. As we might suspect, one step ahead of him. If we could rendezvous with him somehow, it would give us the advantage in numbers. And yet, the risk of exposing ourselves to our foe is too great. We should observe from the shadows till Master Gekarad reveals himself. I will take up position on the western shoreline. You take to the high ground. Keep watch from the promontory over there. Between the two of us, that should cover the entire quarter. Sounds good to me. I'm still shirtless. Y'all ever going to give me a shirt? Want me to fight for you, but won't give me a shirt. And she wants me to go up. Well, let's go up. Right then. Oh yeah, that's a good view. Look at that. Alright, let's wait. See anything? Duty calls, commence for battle. Master student. Level 67 fix. Level 50. No level sinking here. We get our full power. Bam, 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 bam. It's like ash or dust. Snow, maybe. Uh-oh. What are they saying? They said, get out of here before we take you out. Uh-oh. One's down. Ooh, two's down. Who goes there? Show yourself. I know a rat when I smell one. Oh, look at that armor. I trust that I'm speaking with the Garlean Empire's chief of espionage and covert operation. None other. But you can call me Master, if you like, young one, for old time's sake. A faithful surprise. These days, young one, the Obro I knew would have been on the first ship back to Delmar once Katsu called his last call. You look sturdier than I remember, if a bit gaunt in the cheeks. Are you getting enough rest? You always worked just a bit too hard for your own good. All these years, it was you. You who taught me the way of the shinobi. You who I loved as a father. Why, master? Why? Why else? For our village. Of course, I simply made the choice that any true shinobi would make. Don't tell me you require a history lesson, young one. Since the time of our ancestors, we have served many masters. For many years, I served no one. Then, when the time was right, I chose a more powerful master. Fortunately for me, for our village, my services were in high demand. Have you never wondered why, Ogre? Why, when the Garlean Rebellion was crushed by the Empire, our village alone spared Garlemagne's wrath? It was because of my actions. I protected us, whether the entire nation of Doma could not. Protected, betrayed us all. The people of Doma trusted us. You know how many Domans died that day? We swore our lives to protect them. We sold them into slaughter. You feel nothing, not even a twinge or remorse at the massacre we brought upon our countrymen. Countrymen, what is Doma to me when weighed against the ancients and the glorious history of my fellow shinobi? History is littered, the husk of fragile men who gave their worthless lives to bring glory to their betters. I hoped against hope that Cranston was wrong, but his story was not but the twisted lies of sad. But no, I was the fool, master. No, Dekai, you are no master of mine. The name of the souls of the untold thousands whose blood is on your hands. I declare your life forfeit. Oh, ha ha ha, revenge it is. Or is it? Revenge for foot soldiers? Is that what this is all about? That's why you lingered here like a festering boil after your allotted mission was complete? Oh, forsaking your role for some selfish flight of fancy will not earn you many friends back home. Although, not here. The more time I spend in Garlemald, the more I realize that the Empire quite suits me. There's something to be said for a culture that values merciless strength above all. I've won over quite a few loyal supporters. Poor little one, all your lofty words, here you stand alone. You are alone because, oh, he has no subordinates. It's true. This isn't an army after all. But overall has something we will never have. Comrades who believe in him and ideas for which he fights. Who's today? How did you? Not just me, Obro. Tickman too. He has come to fight at your side. Comrades, You would choose the company of a glorified sellsword over that of a master who made you what you are? Oh, how far my pupils have fallen. You are the one who has fallen, Ekau. Man fights with a sense of honor and purpose that you have long forgotten. Oh, the hero entrance. Right there. Didn't even break a leg. It might not get to express my gratitude. My friends, my comrades, I'm honored to fight at your side. Let us show this false master what true strength is. Let's do it. I'm ready. 3 against 3. What shall we begin? I'm going in. Right there. Huh. Dark Shadow. Alright, let's get us some Nobi stuff going. There we are. Everybody get up in that circle. Let's get us, let's get up out of here. Let's get us a little bit of something else going on here. Oh. Alright, it's just you now. What you gonna do? Go ahead and put some dots on me. Alright, so got that. I got this. Watch this. That's right. Technique cannot be. What? Got some gems going on. Well, I've got some AoE going on. Oh, let me get up out of here. Alright, let's get some more stuff. Let's go That backstab back on him. Let's mug him. Maybe we'll get something good. Got him. Awesome. Whew. Tearing him up. Right. Another piece of the Garlean army defeated. Big man. Thank you. It was though the belief in me that I was finally able to believe in myself. The ancestor smiled. Karatsu, you had a hand in bringing this chapter to a close. Maybe gone, but not forgotten. He's not gone. Not. Oh, that almost sounds like an eulogy. Almost makes me wish I were actually dead. I knew it. I knew it. Good Karatsu, you'll live. But how? Well, when it comes to playing dead, I did learn from one of the best. Uh, I see. But why vanish, only to return? Oh, just an undelivered present. This is the fifth and final piece of Tickman's traditional guard. It'll never be said that I didn't complete my mission, even if it's just plain delivery work. Wait, Gratsu, elder who named you traitor to our village. They were simply blind to the truth, as was I. If I explain, they will surely see reason. Please, let's return home together. Well, what's this now? Now, that wasn't in the script. How soon we forget, bro. I was not a traitor, no, but I did follow him. That makes me just as much a traitor, at least in their eyes. Perhaps so. At the same time, you risked your life, what you believe in. We are not so different, you and I. The sentiment is most touching, but my answer remains no. The village was always a bit too cramped for me. I prefer to spread my wings on a grander stage. The honorable deeds of my present do not erase the terrible crimes of my past. I was a spy and assassin. Quite a good one, I might add. And for all the blood Geki is on his hands, mine are nearly as red. In the elders' minds, you had one mission, bro. Why complicate the matter? Bring this back and tell the others what they wanted. Trader Kratsu or Brute is no more. Slain at your hand, you'll be welcomed as a hero, while my fate will be even grander. I will, at long last, be free. That is how you would have it, right? And so it shall be. But this I promise you. Slowly but surely our village will change. I will take what I have learned and build a village that honors all who are fallen. A village you could be proud to call home. Just don't get too cocky, huh? Or I'll have to come back and put you and your whole village in its place. I look forward to that day. Let us meet again on the battlefield and pit our ideas against each other, as we did then. What a reunion. What a reunion. Alright, speaking with Obero at the dock store. Back to Wanport. Let's wrap this bad boy up. Been all around the world. Alright, now it's trusty little China story. Or little shinobi village. Gatekeeper, welcome back to command. You may enter. Well, I don't like the little pop-up thing, yes. I talked to you because I knew I wanted to enter. I guess some people don't know that you can enter. Either way, let's talk to old boy here. It's strange, Tick Man. All this time, I believed I was instructing you in the way of the show. Yet now that all is done, I feel that I should be the one to call you teacher. Thanks to you, I finally achieved true clarity, presence of mind. My blade is stronger for it. And more important still, I now understand what I am truly fighting for. Body or mind, by any measure, you are every bit my equal as a shinobi, save for one final technique, which I will now impart at use it to rearrange the energy channel your body and powerful ninjutsu technique, one after the next. But be warned, your tongue means quite literally life and death. Which one it means for you will depend entirely on your presence of mind. And with this, I believe we have both satisfied the respective sides of our commission. We will return to our village, which means I must bid you farewell. Though perhaps not this day. I would see my home change for the better, and introduce new ways of thinking to complement the old. But before I can, there is much I still must learn about the slang. And so I will go on ahead. I will report to our elders the success of Ogoro's mission, warn them that he will return as soon as he has recuperated from the wounds he sustained in battle. Soulstone that Ratsu gave us, no one will doubt the success of our mission. It's a flawless plan, if I do say so myself. Yes, how fortunate you were that I thought of it. Never change, Ogoro, promise me that. And with that, Tickman, it seems that it is I who bid you farewell. Been a true friend, my heart awaits the day when we shall meet again. Ah, he's losing his girlfriend. But you will return to give Ogoro lessons from time to time, yes? I'm not convinced that he vows are as merciful as he seems to think. That's it. Master and student is complete. Let's put on this last piece of gear. And boom, divine finds clarity. Guiding your blade. Action learned Karatsu. What else? This concludes Ninja Quest for Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. Or undertake the next series of quests, you must first meet the following requirement. You must have completed the main scenario quest before the dawn. Once you have done so, the next Ninja Quest will be available from Ogoro. Here we go. It's the ninja. Let us finally get out this chest piece. There we go. We look just like him now, except he's not wearing his helmet. Pretty much, yeah. Just like him. Why are we not showing our swords? There we go. Update over here a sec. That looks good. Now for the main up top. The big batter gear and Imperial's belt of striking. Ooh, it's a little darker. Ooh, I like this better. I like this better. Yes, yes, yes. Update that gear set. Oh, that is pretty. I like the purple. I like the darkness. That is awesome. Alright, we got that set equipped, but let's go ahead and do a recommended gear. Demon Bracers of Scouting and Slashing. And let's update. We're at 99 peer score now. Alright, so thanks for joining me. My name's Tick, and we'll be back another day with the quest. Y'all take care.